I just stepped out of the house on my way to the gym for a quick workout, and I couldn't help but notice the difference on my skin. My face looks so much better. I mean, I've never had problems with my skin, honestly, but as you get older, you lose elasticity in your skin. And I've just been using some specific product, and I think it just looks so much better. I mean, it's not just the light, because I thought it was just the lighting, but it really definitely looks different. I think I finally realized what it is. It is this cream. This is the Whipped Tallow Honey Balm. This is the only new thing I've added to my skincare routine, and I've been using it for a week. And honestly, it's amazing. I can feel it on my skin already. Let me show you what it looks like. It has so much fatty acids that is good for your skin. Look at that. It's like whipped, and it's super soft. And as you can see, I've only been using it for about a week. I just apply it on my skin, and it feels so smooth and shiny. Not shiny in a bad way, but just like, and my skin just absorbs it. And when you get in the sun, your skin just glows. It's kind of insane. Yeah, definitely check it out. I got this particular one on TikTok Shop, and I think I'm gonna get more because that's the shit. Someone on Snapchat asked me the other day what is my workout tip. And honestly, I'm not a trainer, so I can only tell you something that has worked for me. But one of my go-to strategies when it comes to working out is to train over working out. There's a difference between training and working out. When you train your body in such a way that even if you haven't been to the gym in like a month or 2 months, by the time you get back to the gym, your muscles remember. And that's what they call muscle memory. You have to train your muscles for it to have the memory, for it to remember, even if you haven't been to a gym in, months. And this is my approach. Some people prefer to work out, which, different things work for different people. But my goal has never really been to build a massive muscle. I train with pretty lightweight sometimes. Like if you see me at the gym working out, like it's ridiculous. Like the amount of how little some of the weight I use for my workout, because I prefer a slow, controlled movement versus heavy and bulky and you lift like fast now. And that's part of working out, because you're going in to work out. But again, different things work for different people. But I've always seen my body as I train it like a house. Our bodies carry us through our entire lives. So you want to treat it as such. You don't want to train heavy and then, hurt any part of your body. It's not just worth it for me personally. I see a lot of people do that, like, massive weight. And that's great, but I just prefer like a lean muscle. Like if I'm wearing clothing, like sometimes you can't even tell. I mean, you can maybe see from the shoulders, but for the most part, you can't really tell that I work out. And that's just how I prefer it. I just, want to be strong. I want to have defined muscles to fit better in clothing. And I don't think you need pretty heavy weights to do that. I know, again, different things for different people. Some people train for the aesthetic, just to have that big, bulging muscle. But that's never really been my goal when it comes to working out. So I prefer to train, and I train pretty much about 4 or 5 times a week on a normal day. But, life happens and I travel quite a bit. And that's very difficult also to keep up while you're traveling. But one thing I also do is when I'm traveling and I'm at a hotel, I try to do push-ups and sit-ups when I can. Just this way, my body doesn't hurt when I go back to the gym. But that's how I train. And I remember, like, over the past 3 months that I've been traveling, I haven't been to a proper gym. I think I went to a gym once, and when I was in LA, I went to Venice Beach where, I just did like a little workout out there. But for the most part, I try to train so that my muscles can remember. So when I get back into the gym, I can, pick it up from wherever I left it. If you do this workout often, chances are you'll definitely fit better in pants, especially, tailored pants, suits, whatever. It's one of those workouts that when I do it, I definitely feel it. And I try to isolate if I find a machine that can help me isolate my knees, I would always opt for that because I've had a few basketball injury on my knees, so I have to be careful every time, especially when I'm doing like workouts. So this definitely helps, and I'm glad this gym actually has this machine because this way I can really isolate my knees and just get the work done. But if you want to fit better in pants, this should definitely be on your list. This kickbacks is definitely something you need to add to your mix. This burns like crazy. I do about 3 to 4 sets of this workout, and it's probably one of my favorite leg workouts. And it burns, but it definitely works. It activates your upper glutes, and I also alternate and try to do it sideways just so I can target the side muscles. And oh my god, it's definitely one of my favorite leg workouts, and I do this about 2 times a week because some of us we're not just genetically gifted in that area, and we have to do workouts like this to like activate it. I think I have pretty good glutes, but this just kind of activated in a way, and you will fit better in pants for sure. And aside from squat, I squat once in a while when I can or when I'm in the mood. The thing with squat is I need to have a big meal before I even try to go squats because otherwise I'm not gonna last. It's just one of those workouts that just like consumes you because you're using your entire body, and it takes a lot from you. It's like trying to do deadlift without food. That's crazy. You're trying to kill yourself. So I try to do this, and when I do squats, I make sure I eat properly. Today I haven't had, a massive meal. I think I had a decent meal today. So that's why I'm trying to go in and like do as much as I can. But normally if I have to do squats, I'll need to like eat something super solid. And I mean solid. So yeah, if you're trying to activate your glute muscles, definitely add this to the mix. So my workout is not complete until I do a little bit of abs, and I tend to use this machine a lot because I can alternate between different workouts. As you can see, I'm actually just doing the sides. I've done like the regular leg raises, and now I just like do the sides just to target, the V line because this is pretty good. And because this machine is never available each time I go to the gym, I have to take advantage of it whenever it's free. So now that I'm done with my leg raises, I'm just trying to do like some cable pull just to target my chest. And I do love this machine because, it just gives me a good range when it comes to chest workout. And yeah, this is something I've actually been doing for a long time, for years. I prefer this over barbells. And now our workout is complete. I had a really good session. I actually did a little bit of stretching, but just quite busy, so I didn't want to, record and put my camera down. So like whatever, I did some sit-ups and I rolled because that always helps, especially after like workout. I like to roll out just to ease the muscles a little bit, so I'm a little bit less in pain. And it feels good. Now I was actually thinking of using the sauna today, but I just realized I didn't have everything that I would need, like a towel and all of that stuff. So it's a wrap for today. So thank you for joining this session. I'll see you in the next one.